Hello everyone. Today I'm going to get a little more serious. A brilliant friend of mine who works professionally in the movement to end gender-based violence brought to my attention an organization called A Call to Men, which aims to end men's violence against women. But it's their approach that interests me the most. Even though women have, for the most part, been at the forefront of this issue, men also have a primary role in its solution. So I'm very fortunate in that I had parents that taught me that it is inappropriate to act out in anger violently. So much so that once when we were teenagers, one of my brothers was so upset at one of my other brothers that he went into the other room and started punching my punching bag, for which he was reprimanded. He wasn't hurting anyone. He was just expressing his anger violently. And my parents were wise enough to stop a potential pattern before it started. And while this made me what some would consider a sissy girly man in high school, I'm pretty happy about it because I consider myself to be mostly out of the man box. The man box was created to describe the collective socialization that men typically go through in our society. Here are some of the things that are in the man box. Do not cry or openly express emotions, with the exception of anger. Do not show weakness or fear. Demonstrate power and control, particularly over women. Be a protector. Do not be feminine. Make decisions. Do not need help. Express dominance aggression. Quick side note, dominance aggression is mostly associated with dog behavior. Kind of accurate. Men are socialized to think that anything different from this, fear, sadness, vulnerability, is actually less than this, and those behaviors and feelings are reserved for women. We therefore equate femininity with weakness and less value. Men can end up treating women as property and seeing them as objects. These aspects of male socialization have created, maintained, and normalized violence against women. Men are generally more likely to consider a woman's body before her humanity, and we need to understand, in addition to the other social problems this creates, this is where domestic violence comes from. And we, as a culture, need to start to redefine what it means to be a man. We men need to understand that our liberation as men is tied to the other half of the population's liberation as women. We need to be re-socialized. Silence is affirming. When we choose not to speak out against something, we are supporting the behavior. We need to accept that sexual and domestic violence won't end until men become part of the solution. And for me, the biggest thing is to work against the notion that men's violence against women is due to mental illness, lack of anger management skills, chemical dependency, stress, etc., etc. Violence against women is rooted in the historic oppression of women, and is the outgrowth of the socialization of men. It's because of the man box. So what can we do about the man box? How do we get out? How do we break it? I could talk all day on my own ideas on the subject, but instead I'm just going to bring you right to the source. Most of this material is just regurgitated or paraphrased from the website acalltomen.org. Link in the doobly-doo. It's a fantastic website with a lot of resources for parents and educators. It's definitely worth popping over and checking out. I'll end with a direct quote from Mr. Porter. There are some wonderful, wonderful, absolutely wonderful things about being a man. But at the same time, there's some stuff that's just straight up twisted. I might end up doing a series of videos on this subject. Let me know in the comments if you think this would be a good idea. Thanks for subscribing, everyone, and thank you for sharing the video with friends. It really means a lot. I'll see you guys again soon. The man box. I'm a man in a box. I feel like I could be in a music video.